to a buddy of mine. He practices out in the New York area, and he went to a seminar that we went to a year before. And he's like, man, it was so great, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, did you take your office with you? He's like, heck no, man. He said, that is expensive. I'm just gonna bring the information back to him. I was like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, me bringing back information, or Misty and I bringing back information, is one thing. But for them to be able to be there with us and experience it and hear the information firsthand, that's in our mindset, that's where massive growth can happen, and that's where teams come together instead of splintering.
It just leads into, honestly, for me, I don't know where my career would have went if I wasn't in a situation where my boss, my mentor, believed in that.
Yeah.
It took, because I'm in this retail location, I'm doing the same mundane thing, same mundane people every single day. I mean, it's retail, so you have different experiences.
Sure.
It took getting out of that box and going to a convention and seeing that wide world, and then seeing how we were respected within that industry.
Yeah.
It ignited a different flame in me.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that my boss or mentor could bring back to me and say,
right,
this is raw. You should be as excited as I am. It can't happen.
Because they go, wait, what? Like, what do you like? They don't have that same energy because they don't have that same experience that we had when we were there. They're not hearing that speaker get up on stage with all their passion and all of their knowledge, and everyone takes things away differently too from each thing. So we always get together as a team afterward and say, hey, what did you get from this, and what did I get from this, and we share all of that too. And then you have those memories and those great experiences to really hold you together when things do get tough, because they do sometimes. We all face our challenges in our business and in our day-to-days. But if you're strong as a team, I think you get through those things, so much easier. And we do things locally too. Like, we can go out and do things together occasionally. We have, goals that we hit, and we go do something fun, or we read books together, which is something that I don't think a lot of places do. We read like the Culture Blueprint. We're reading a chiropractic book right now, which is really, everyone's really liking that.
Yeah.
So we've read a few books together like that too. So it just kind of, we sit together and talk about, hey, what are we reading? What do you think about this? And we share our thoughts and kind of just bond together.
I think I see it when there's a big holdback when, what, I just noticed your socks. I'm going to go totally ADD. Those are some really cool socks.
Thanks, man.
I don't know if you have to see the socks. Like squirrel there for a second. Those are awesome. I need some, like, riding the motorcycle.
Yeah, man, you gotta have cool socks on the bike.
Yeah. Okay, so I think a lot of businesses will have this idea, like, we're gonna bring a book in, we're gonna do this with the leadership team, and then the employees are less than excited to do that. How did you get your team behind something like that?
I think you gotta break it off in small chunks, right? You can say, hey, we're going to read this book this week. Rather, we take it chapter by chapter. So read one chapter this week. It might be 12 pages, 24 pages. So it's not something super overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So we just kind of break it apart chapter by chapter. And we have weekly team meetings on Mondays. So we read that chapter, we come back, and we talk about that chapter and digest it together. So just taking it in small pieces instead of trying to just here, do all this at once.
I think it's also important to get their feedback. Like, what do you want to read? What do you want to read as a team? How do we need to grow as a team? Where are where are the places where we need to work towards, our black belt, which is one of our analogies for always trying to improve. We can always get better at what we do. And this last book was their idea. Like, hey, we really want to read, and they really wanted this book. We want to read this book. We want to learn more about what we do and how we do it, how we can tell people about it in a better way. And we're like, okay. So that was exciting. That was super fun. To see their passion behind.
That's super cool when you can get a culture that you build where people are excited in their choosing. They have the empowerment. They're choosing what direction they want to go in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun.